We're currently live with the Kids Magic panel and we have so many people. Unfortunately, the link on YouTube was the wrong one. It didn't work, but we are currently live on YouTube. Make sure you click it right here. Welcome! What is up, everybody? Hopefully you can all see me, all hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Oh my goodness. I just want to say something. As you can see, technology is a very challenging thing. Oh, it works. Okay. Technology is a challenging thing. It can be tough, especially when you find out 2 minutes before your event begins that your audio and your guests' audio and everybody's audio isn't working. But us in the Magic on Society, it is a magic community. That means we're magical and we can fix things super last moment. And yes, we did. Now, I will just give warnings that this event was less technically planned than usual. So if you're joining us for the first time, can you just show of hands? Show us like this. And this also includes you people watching on YouTube. That is right, my YouTube friends. Say hello if you're from YouTube. Oh look, the only person watching on YouTube. It's me, myself. No, say hello from YouTube. Unfortunately, we have some complexities on YouTube. We had an original link that we shared to everybody, and that link was not working. So literally 3 minutes into this event, I had to create a brand new link that no one knows of. So whoever watches there will watch there. But regardless, if you want to have the recording of this event afterwards, you can go directly to our YouTube channel. Oh, you ask where that is. That is right here. Make sure you can go there right after and find the recording instantly. And whilst you're there, there's some really fun tutorials and Magic on Society news. So make sure you subscribe, like it, and turn on your notifications. But this is not this sort of event. We have an incredible... Oh, we have someone from YouTube. People on YouTube, can you hear us? Please tell us if you can hear us, and later on let us know if you can hear our guest speakers, especially you guys on Zoom too. By the way, you guys on Zoom, can you just again go like this if this is your first event here. Gallery around is gonna fix itself. Show me. Your first time. So I see Amy, Desan. I saw Desan said it's his first time being here in our events after like watching the recordings. That makes me so happy. Unfortunately, it's an event with worse tech, but not in value. Because today, you guys are going to get some absolutely golden advice. This is the first type of event we're ever doing of this sort. So of course, it might be a little difficult with tech when it comes to a panel discussion. You may ask, what on earth? Oh, we have people on YouTube all around. This is great. You may ask, what on earth is a panel discussion? Well, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of our guest panelists. Let's see if they're all awake. Let's see. Ooh. Dennis is not awake somehow. Dennis, are you there? But we've got 2 out of 3 of our guest panelists. Oh no! Hopefully our third one will reconnect. Very shortly. I will deal with that soon, but that is hello to our guest panelists. Just to give brief overview, I'm going to start telling you guys a little bit about who the guest panelists are, and each one of them is going to have around a 15-minute segment to tell you guys who they are. So I'm going to introduce myself, then we'll have an amazing panelist named Tom Podzimek, who is joining us, guess where? All the way from FISM, Italy. The dedication to not watch the stage magic competition, but be here with 26 people plus YouTube, learning all about kids magic. Then we'll have an incredible guy called Dennis Thomas who runs an amazing mini community of his own kids magic entertainers. Dennis is a legend. He's got many years of experience in the world of kids magic, and I'm very excited to hear what he will share along with me and you guys. On that journey, we also have the incredible Evital. He was the first person we had in mind. He's actually the inspiration for this event because he is a very young magician. He'll tell you guys a little bit about himself, hopefully, but he's a young magician who performs to kids, and he makes lots of tricks that are usually performed to adults into a kid style trick. And he's going to talk about creativity and all of this sort of stuff together. It's going to be really cool. And then we're going to open up to you guys on YouTube and Zoom. Ask our guest panelists absolutely anything for about half an hour. You can ask them anything from kids magic to creativity, but let's keep it on theme of kids magic. So now you've heard that, I want to ask just a brief question. Everybody who's here on Zoom and YouTube, use the chat. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm really curious. Comment down the country or the city. Where are you watching us from? I'm really curious. We've got people in the UK, Israel. Look at the map. Let's blow up this map on YouTube and Instagram. Come on. We've got Europe. Whoa, no, we've got America. Have we got some people from Asia? South Africa? I don't know. Tell us. I'm really curious. Look at that. It's blowing up. And now I can't get it off my screen because technology sucks. That's so cool. We have such an international audience, and you guys do not stop commenting because that's one of the amazing things about our community. And again, if this is your first time here, we have events every single month, whether it be a lecture, a guest panel, a live session, or something brand new. Our next lecture, by the way, happens on the 8th of June with Chris Rollins, an incredible mentalist. Just a little shout out. And that is the introduction. Hopefully that gave time to Dennis to reconnect. And if not, whilst Tom speaks, I will fix it. But guys, I want to introduce, like I said, someone who's a very good friend of mine, someone who comes from where I live right now, the Czech Republic, not from Prague, but from the Czech Republic. This legend performs quite literally internationally. I mean, he has just traveled to Miami 2 weeks ago, I think, all the way to Miami to perform in a school to kids in Miami just for that. And some other stuff, but let's take that. Pretty damn cool, right? If anybody knows kids better, it's him. But the theme I really want you guys to hear from him is all about performing in schools. This guy is got a niche in performing to kids all around, but kids in schools all across the Czech Republic. And I told him, I made a bet with him, probably in the next year he will perform in every single school in this country. It sounds impossible, but I know him, he can do it, and when he sets his mind to it, he will do it. So ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to introduce the absolutely incredible and legendary Tom Podzimek. Hello Tom, how are you?
Hello, I'm great.
Can you guys hear Tom?
Yes.
Can they hear you?
Right.
They can hear you. Oh my god, this is such exciting news. Oh my god. Tom, welcome. You're in FISM right now, aren't you? How does that feel? Just tell us a little bit. Oh my god.
It's amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's amazing watching all the competitors compete. Of course, I'm gonna miss some, but
yeah.
I've seen a lot of them, and it's awesome so far.
That's so cool to hear. Have you met any kids performers in FISM? Or, by the way?
Not yet.
It's a limited magic, right? It's a limited genre in magic. I feel like, and you can see it, there isn't as many people here because I think, right, there's less kids entertainers in general, right, in the world of magic. Do you think that's something you relate to? Do you think there's less, you're unique, like let's take in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say there are magicians in Czech Republic that don't want to perform for kids at all, for example.
Why do you think that?
Because it's a niche, and for some magicians it's easier to perform close-up magic.
Yeah.
Or, stage at company event.
No, definitely. I totally agree. Well, I'm going to shut up a little bit, and I'll let you just talk about you. And as I said, as a reminder, if you have a question, write in the chat or something, but we will only do that in the Q&A section after all guest speakers talk, so we can open it up into a panel. But Tom, you talk about you. I know you have some images to share, some stuff about you, about your performances. So just go ahead. I'll be here listening as long as everybody else.
Great, great, great. So I'm gonna first say some things about me. So I started doing magic when I was 9. I received the fake magic kit from my aunt,
Hmm.
and on this day I started practicing magic. Then something like 2 years ago, when I trained some tricks, I found myself in card magic at first. So my competition act was 7 decks of cards in a big plastic hat. I
What?
just did card magic. Yeah. So this was my beginning, and then I started performing publicly, right? And I was finding my way. Then 2020, I went to the session in London, and here I decided, hey, I want to do magic full time. So I started, but 2 months after that, COVID began.
Mm.
And right after COVID, when it kind of ended, I decided I would love to do magic full time. And for me, it was like pretty hard. But
Yeah.
then I had last year of high school. And normal kids these days go to college, right?
Yeah, they do.
Well, not me. Although I had very good marks, I decided I would love to be magician.
Can we just get
Still,
some
I don't
like
know what I'm gonna do.
can we get some respect there? Like that's a hard thing to do. But go on.
Not respect from my mom though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly, but then I imagine myself doing a show in theater. And I heard, that you can do magic for schools.
Yes.
I knew that from the magic festivals. So I went to 4 schools in the city where I studied, where the show happened. And one of them said right away, yes, we want the show, but in our school. That was my first show, and it gave me so much. And I said to myself, hey, I'm gonna try magic in schools. Because A, it was fun, and B, not many people are doing that.
Yeah.
So it was 2023. I started, offering. I had some gigs, and then in the fall of this year, I started to offering more and more, right?
Yes.
And as of now, I do magic mainly for schools. Actually, do I have the Zoom camera on?
Yes. I will
Oh,
put
what do
you
you think?
up right now from Zoom.
Okay,
Uh, just like so.
great. I'm gonna show you some images. Just tell me if
Perfect.
you can see it.
Yes, everybody should see it.
Good.
Yes.
So this is me performing 1 month ago in a school.
Look at that.
You can see some kids right there.
Look how professional
And
that is.
you might see that I like to incorporate lights in the show
Yes. And
because it looks cool, not just for the photos, but also on the spot. This is a photo from a show like from December, I think. Some fire, ooh.
we love fire as
And
magicians,
this
don't
is
we?
one of the first ones. 1 year ago almost.
So we can
Exactly.
clearly see the transition here, right? I'm just gonna bring you back from here. We can clearly see the transition. This is my biggest thing between when you didn't have lights, when you just had, and again, this is still professional. You have your own name written on a piece of wood because I know you like that sort of stuff, and I know you do that. You have many wooden stuff. You have your backdrop, which is very professional. Lots of magicians just come on with a close-up case and just go on and blah blah blah. You have your whole set, so people will remember you for that. And then you can see your transition when you start going into this crazy world of technology, which I was complaining about at the start, but when done right, not online, it's really effective. Right, so you've got, I think, a few elements. You've got lighting, you've got sound, you've got music, which goes under sound,
And cameras.
and the cameras. Tell us about like
There's
what
like a projection screen.
tell me and everybody else what made you decide to transition. Like if you like could tell others and inspire others to actually do the same, What was the reason? Why do you think it's so effective to go like full on and invest so much into your technological aspect of your show for kids?
So it's two sides. Like the first is the money, and then it's a time. So I'm gonna explain. So when I first started the show, I had just the backdrop, right?
Yes.
So with the backdrop, takes like 20 minutes to set up. When I do show in like for small class, like the kids that are small but don't go to home after school.
Yeah.
They like stay in a school. So when I do show for those kids, from the time when I arrived to the school, then it's set up with speaker. It took 10 minutes. So I go there, I put a table, case, speaker, microphone, dress up, 10 minutes. So that's fast. But the entire history of lights, but I'm gonna make it short, right? So I make my own shows in Prague, in Granoto, Bohemia. And my friend, Adelash, I knew that he's playing with lights, like the movable heads.
Yeah.
So I said to him, hey, do you think you can come to the show and do some lights? And he said, yes, sure, no problem. And then I kind of fell in love with the lights. And he said to me in January, hey, Tom, I'm not gonna have my lights. So either you get some your own or no lights. So I started buying, and it's like addiction of playing cards.
Yeah.
I started to buy more and more.
Mhm.
So I had like 2 moving heads. Now I have like in total 25 pieces. And 2 days ago, I ordered LED bracelets that you know from concerts, that you have the LED bracelet.
Yes.
And they control it remotely.
So you're very unique. You're very unique because when
I'm gonna have the bracelets.
let's just to reiterate to everybody who doesn't understand. Do you have a photo in the meantime as I tell them about it? So the idea is, you know how in concerts sometimes they give you bracelets, guys, with lights, and you know they go like crazy. Everybody moves up their hands and like they react. And you know, from a perspective when you film it and you get videos and you could see people are like, you just see lights shining everywhere. And Tom is taking that. And that's another, and I'll go to the next question is about you going to concerts and get where you get your inspiration from. It's like the idea, he's taking something that's not usually associated with magic, but it's in the entertainment world. And then you're bringing it into the magic world from the entertainment world. And you're making the experience as a whole so much more interesting. It's not, you can have your magic be good, but you're making the experience be good too, which is so important. Why do we have all this tech to make it all fun? Because the experience feels better, right? So tell us a bit more, and then also about where you get your inspiration, and you know what I mean by that.
Okay. Yeah, so first up, just 200 bracelets. So the one thing is, as I said, it takes some time.
Yeah.
Oh, it takes some money to buy it, right? But then the other thing is, it takes some time to set up. So when I'm with my friend, it takes about 1.5 hours to take everything from car to set up to start a show, right?
Yeah.
Then I have a small car, so I cannot buy so much more stuff. So that's also a problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, sometimes people can say, hey, you don't need it. That's true. But as a magician, you should always have a unique selling point.
Exactly.
And this is my unique selling point. And I can guarantee you, because I know Czech magicians, that nobody's going to do something similar, because it's a difficult, takes time, and it's difficult again. Yeah, you can put there like a light, but it's difficult. So for example, it's not like, hey, I have a candle and ooh, it lights up.
Yeah.
It lights down. It lights up. It lights up. Yeah, so I bought it.
That's great.
It's a remote controller. So it's not like that with lights that you just press it and it works.
It's automatic. Yeah.
Yeah, for example, the photos I showed you from the last show, the kids, I hear the reaction. They're amazed when you first turn on the lights, when there's the intro.
Yeah.
They feel it, right? Because they've never seen it before at their school.
Yeah.
And then you have the magic.
Yeah.
So it's like added. And my biggest weak point of the show is when I'm going from one trick to another.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't do much setup things, and sometimes I forget, cardiographic, turn over the page, whatever. Well, sometimes I need few seconds, right?
Yeah.
So either I can take something,
Yeah.
or there is something with the lights, something happens, good piece of music is playing.
Yeah.
So the kids can calm down, but they don't get like crazy because there is something to look on, and they just are sitting. It also helps.
That's so
I
cool.
realized because kids can get crazy
That's
if
so
you
cool.
don't control them. And those are the steps how to also control the environment. By the way, I'm talking about audience 200, 300 kids.
Yeah. Big audiences of
It's not
kids.
audience of like 50 kids, right? Or 20. It's different. It's different.
Oh, that's incredible. And just before we bring on our next speaker, I have the final question, obviously, and you know what it is because it's going to be the same for all our speakers, but especially to you, Tom, because you take all these lights and you take everything, right? But that's your unique selling point. What is your advice, obviously, to everybody here that either is already a kid performer, but they want to find their unique selling point? How do they do that? Or, and B, for someone who wants to enter the kids' magic world, how do they find their unique selling point? But they're just entering the kids' magic world. They have to be unique. How do they find that? What's your opinion?
So I'm gonna take the second category first.
Yes.
So at least in Czech Republic,
Sure.
when you want to do kids magic, you can do birthday parties, schools,
Yep.
or some like public events.
Yep.
The problem with birthday parties is that people expect that they are going to be cheap.
Yeah.
90% of people is going to expect it. Maybe 5 or 1% of, let's say, Prague, rich people, they are going to have big budget.
Mm-hmm.
But in the most cases, there is a cap. Let's say 200 euros, honestly, or something more.
Yeah.
It's a cap that people will pay for the magician. Yeah, so in comparison with other events, in kids magic, there is going to be probably a cap
Yep.
that they're going to pay. This is also the reason why most of the magician or some, or like, depends on the magician country, they don't want to do kids magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have the public events, the big ones, where it's sometimes hard to connect with the kids, and the schools, they're like, I'm not sure if you want magician. Yeah, so it's great to do magic for kids, but it has like the limitation, boundaries, and also you can find that the kids can be annoying.
Yeah.
And if you're already doing the kids magic, I think easiest thing to find your unique selling point is to have some character. Some kinda crazy. So for example, let's say that you want to do magic for companies,
Yeah.
and they want to do kids magic. Because one magician in my French Republic did that. And you don't want to be maybe Tomáš Podzimek for the kids and for the companies.
That's true.
So you create character. So for example, his name is Mr. Tie, and he's having a very big tie. And he's Mr. Tie for kids. When you want Mr. Tie, you have Mr. Tie website. And when you want him as a company event, he's having his own name. So it's two different characters.
That's amazing.
So I think if you want to be unique for kids, just find some maybe funny name, something catchy, kids will remember.
You want to be associated as a kids performer, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's easy to do for the kids world. Maybe a bit harder for the normal world.
Yeah.
To have a character.
Yeah.
But for the kids, I think it's fine.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That was a really nice point to conclude. So I think the idea is find your character, find your unique selling point, connect them together, and you're on your road to become a successful kids magician. You're on the road. You're getting there. Uh, Tom, that was amazing. Can we just have a? I'm not gonna unmute anybody because I feel like it'll cause chaos with the tech we already have. But can we just have a virtual round of applause for Tom? That was incredible. That was really nice. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts all the way as a Czech magician in FISM. Oh my god, you're incredible.
Yes, it's awesome here. Like, look at the mountains.
Oh, that's so beautiful. We've never had a lecture from the
Beautiful
mountains.
sun.
That's amazing. So, guys, do not fear. We'll open up questions for Tom and the rest of our guest panelists in half an hour. So we'll give 15 minutes for Dennis and Eviata. Thank you so much, Tom, for coming here, and we'll open up questions really soon. I'm just gonna do this. We have managed to bring Dennis back on our screen, but I will have to turn off my camera as I put him back because we knew this would happen. Give me 10 seconds, even 5. Yeah, we'll do this quick. You should still be able to hear me. So comment in the chat if you are enjoying this event so far. It's the first type of event we're doing. And also let us know if you have any other ideas for other panel types we can do in the future. Give us a topic. Give us a topic. We listen to all our feedback. And let's see if I managed to connect Dennis. Hopefully I have. Yeah, I think I have. Yes, I have. I've managed to bring Dennis. Okay. Dennis, we fix it. Okay, you can see me now. Okay, awesome. All right. Gimmick panel. I like that idea. That's a really nice idea. Anyways, guys, so we're going to bring on our next guest panelist. Like, as I said, this incredible legend has a lot of experience in kids magic. He has not only founded an actual, hopefully he will tell us about that a little more, kind of his own community of kids entertainers, but he performs all across in the summer. I think he told us he has 2 shows a day on the summer or more. It blows my mind. I don't know how people can do this, but you know, people like Dennis can. Guys, I'd like to introduce the one and only, the incredible Dennis Thomas. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Everybody should be able to hear you. Can you guys all hear Dennis?
Great.
Perfect.
So,
Oh, Dennis, I don't know. I probably can't hear on YouTube. Can you turn on your mic on video, not on Zoom? Just a little tech thing, so people can hear you in the recording.
my mic is on for an...
Actually, it is. Now it is. Perfect. All right, Dennis. Hello. This is your first time here. We're so excited. We were recommended. Of course, I have to give credit to the incredible Rubina, who's also here. I don't know if she's,
Yes,
there,
here.
but she is amazing, and she told us about us because we were planning this event for months now, and we needed someone. And the moment Rubina told me about you, I was like, yes, we need this person. You know a lot about kids magic. Now, as you know, we have a very varied panel here today on purpose, of all ages, of all skill levels, and of all niches in kids magic alone. You have been in kids magic for a long time. Tell us about your experiences in kids magic. Give us an introduction, and then go right into what you want to talk about.
Well, I mean, I have done, in the beginning, when I first started magic, I did everything. You know, I did cards, I did coins. It wasn't until I started using props and doing children's birthday parties that I started, this is a good niche. Okay, I enjoy that age. I tell people, my ages start from 3 until 8. And the reason for that is I want to perform for an audience that really appreciates magic. They believe in magic. They believe in, these Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, all these things.
Yeah.
In my show, the thing is, if they wiggle their fingers and say the magic word, they're going to create magic. And that age group, they really believe it. So if I do something and I tell them wiggle their fingers, what changes? They believe it changed. So if something, or if something goes wrong, they say they did it by magic. The old magician in trouble thing.
Yeah.
Okay, things aren't going right. They believe they're the ones who actually caused that. So that is why I love that age group. People have said, Dennis, yeah, it's easy to do magic for kids. Well, I don't do magic for kids. I'm a children's entertainer.
That's good.
I entertain them. I mean, how many people could actually sit with 50 4 and 5-year-olds and keep them engaged for 45 minutes?
It's difficult, yeah.
So that is my age group. I enjoy working for them because once they get older, they want to know how it's done. They try to figure it out.
Of course.
They'll come to me and say, "Oh yeah, I know that trick. I looked it up on YouTube." Well, then it's not entertainment anymore. I want to entertain children, and that's my niche. That's what I like.
I love that. I love that. That's incredible. Because, in terms of kids, you said this earlier. They say kids magic is easy. I actually think, if not, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, actually, it is the hardest type of magic. What do you think about that statement? Kids magic is the most difficult type of magic.
I believe it is. Because it is very easy to lose a child. They will wander off.
That's true. That's
true. If
true.
they get bored,
Yeah.
they will get up and walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not waiting for the next thing to happen. If they get tired of it, they're gone. They'll start talking to their friend, and they all start talking.
Yes.
And it does happen even with a good junior entertainer. It may still happen, and then you need something to bring them back in.
Yeah.
Now you had mentioned that I did start a online Zoom meeting monthly for children's entertainment.
Yes, tell us about that.
And what happens is every month we take a topic and we talk about it and discuss it, or we take a prop and go how to make it better.
Yeah.
The group is called the Association of Children's Entertainers. There is a Facebook group just that. Association of Children's Entertainers, and you can find me there.
Yeah, someone could put a link in the chat if Rabina maybe.
Said, once a month we get together on the 4th Thursday of every month, and there is a topic. Last month, actually, we just had one last week. Well, yeah, actually this past Thursday, and the topic was how to get the kids excited. What routine gets them screaming and yelling and laughing?
That's great. That's great.
Because I have seen some quote-unquote children's entertainers who just did a trick after trick after trick, and there was it didn't come together.
Yeah.
So that's what we do, and that's why I met Rabina, and that's why she mentioned me to you.
That's incredible. I love that you do that. I think that's such an important thing. I know a lot about community building, and I also know how sometimes it may be difficult to go off track, go off topic, and then when you focus on you niche yourself on two kids magic, and then you meet up every single month and you talk about this stuff. I know that the best thing, in my opinion, and I know it is in magic, is getting feedback and talking to other people. It's such a valuable thing, and I'm glad you do that. Dennis, tell us a little bit more about, since we're coming to our last kind of 5 minutes of your panel, what is your generally biggest piece of advice to any kids? And again, I've said this to Tom, and I'm going to say it to you, but I'll rephrase it now. 2 types of people. We've got people who want to become kids performers. What can they do? And then the second question would be to those who are already kids performers. What can they do to enhance their performances, to try and be better? What can they do?
Performing for children is definitely not for everybody.
Yeah.
Number one, you have to learn how to have fun.
Of course.
How to be a child again. Okay. You have to learn what are they interested in, and you have to also be interested in that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also good to know what are they watching. Now I am lucky that way. I have grandchildren, so I know what interests them. They are my test audience. So you have to have fun. You have to relate to the children. You really do. You have to get on their level and find out what they like, and and then have fun with that. So
No, that's amazing. That's amazing.
now you had mentioned earlier class about my shows in the summer.
Yes.
The bulk of my shows are definitely in the summer. Okay, I do a lot of. What happens is I do preschools, daycares, and in summertime they're called camps.
Yeah.
And so what they have a camp, and every week they have a different theme they talk about. So what I did with my show is I created a themed magic show. So I have a
Brilliant.
show about, I have a magic, again, strictly magic, about pirates, about princesses, excuse me, about superheroes, about fairy tales,
Oh, that's great.
about picnics. So I have different themed shows, and I've had schools call me back like 3 or 4 times during the summer because my show is the same as their theme.
That's amazing.
So yes, I do anywhere from 2 to 3 shows a day throughout the summer.
That's amazing. Well,
And starting on June 17th is when my summer starts, and I'm running from June 17th to August 30th.
well, actually, if I could just jump in there with another question that's really really interesting. How do you, well, I mentioned this at the start. I don't know how you do it. How do you actually manage that? So many shows a day. Do you ever feel like it's too much, or are you a performer that it doesn't matter to you how much you perform? You love magic so much that I could do it a billion times a day.
That is a good one, and it's just that if you enjoy what you're doing, you don't mind. The hardest
That's
part, seriously, is getting to the venue and setting up. The show itself is fun. So here in the state, most schools want a 10 o'clock show and then a 2 or 3 o'clock show.
Yeah.
So what happens is you get to your first school, you set up, you do the show, you then break down, you have a couple of hours, you get lunch, and you go to the second show. And there are times when you have to do an evening show. And that is usually for an open house or for a library.
Yeah.
So that's how that works. Yeah, but you look forward to it because it is fun.
That's
If
great.
you're not enjoying it, get out of the business.
No, that's very important. That's very important. I think that element of doing actually what you love is so important, and it actually works great in magic. Dennis, thank you so much for that. That was really 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 nice.
You're welcome.
Very very interesting to hear about you and everything you've done to this magic community as a whole, in your art form and to the world. I think you've entertained so many kids, and we are all grateful. Wasn't Dennis great? Let me just show everybody. Boom, 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 boom. That was incredible. And thank you so much for doing this. And we really do hope to bring you up for a second panel some other day. But thank you so much for that. But stay tuned, guys. Again, we'll have a last Q&A moment with all our guest panelists right after our final guest panelist speaks just about now. So, I just brought him on a little early. I was trying to remove him. Guys, our next and final panelist, but there's a Q&A still, is phenomenal. Again, I said in the fact that he's inspired this event. We were thinking we want something new. As you know, in this Magic on Society, we try to have different event types, right? We try to have our unique selling point, like Tom said. And that is by not only doing lectures, not only doing these types. We created this panel discussion for the first time ever. And we had to find a theme that would be such an interesting start. And we chose Kids Magic because Evitar was kind of... He didn't explicitly suggest it, but we knew he was such a good kids performer. So we said, we need you. Come on. Now we need 2 more guys. And that's how we found Dennis and Tom. Evital, he'll introduce himself, but he's been magic long enough to experiment, I think, in all the niches. But I know kids magic has really, really stuck with him. So I just can't wait to introduce you guys to the incredible, very good friend of mine, Evital Barzilai.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can all hear you. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. A bit about myself because I want to talk and I want you to know me before you listen to me. So, listen to a stranger. I'm Vital, I'm from Israel. I'm almost 17 and I've been doing kids magic for 12 years. So it's most of my life.
That's crazy.
And I think I'm stuck with it now.
You are.
Won't be. Okay. So I wanted to talk about something that could be used for kids magic and not kids magic. Now, I wanted to talk about it in the kids magic panel because I used it in kids magic and I know it works. And I know it will work for other stuff too, like close up or stage for adults. I think it's valuable for kids entertainers too.
Perfect.
Um, Alan, do you want to know what it is about?
Do I want to know? Do these guys want to know? I want to know. Do they want to know? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of nods and thumbs up.
Amazing.
Tell us.
So I'm going to go about the question of how to build a show, how to make it work.
That's good.
So let's start from the beginning. Something I did until now, and you will now know in a few seconds, minutes, you will know why I didn't until now, and I won't continue doing it.
Okay.
And this is something you should do at the start. The start is not for one show, two shows. It's for I used it for more than 20. I think more than 30.
That's great.
So let's start. Take tricks you think that will work for kids. If you take something that you don't think will work, it will be hard for you to in the show. I will talk after I finish talking about how to build a show on how to get the trick and make it. Then you should, after you took all of the tricks, you should see which can be connected. So I got an example for my show.
Perfect.
Which one is it? Yeah, last two card match, which is a trick with the cards and with animals on them. And I continued with Toy Monty, the squeaking ducks. Now I connected them because you could see some similarities. I use animals and I use ducks.
Yeah.
So this could be connected. And another example is I started my show as what magician needs. So I took a wand from a hat and my glasses, and then I connected them with reactions by Josh Birch. It's from his live, the Penguin Live, and it's about get the audience ready for the show. You show some emojis, laughing emojis, crying emojis, and they need to do the reaction. So how do they connect? I get ready for the show, and they get ready for the show. So this is the start. I took two tricks that can be connected, maybe more, three, maybe to a whole show about animals,
Yeah.
and put them together. Don't think of how you can connect them, but in your mind, think oh, they could be connected.
Yeah.
Then, how do you get the audience ready for the next trick? So what I do is I have here my stat list. It's big, so I can look at it and read it. The second, and not like focus on it and get out for the kid.
That's good.
And I have a second page, usually two pages, of live that's connecting with.
It's in
You
Hebrew,
can
by
see
the way.
yeah, but I have the first trick, second, third. So let's start without what the magician needs. You know, he needs a hat. And I really know what I need to say. Not scripts. I hate scripts. But what I should say. Then after ready, you need to get ready too. So this is the line makes me connect to reactions. So build some sentences to connect it to the next one. Now this is the you can do. This is the minimum you can do for the show to be good. The worst thing is I hear everybody say it. It's no for me last week. Don't do it. Don't. But the best thing you can do is, like I said before, trying to be connected because
Yeah.
not all of my things can be connected to. I have what I want for my birthday. Then I have something to pay paper airplane. It can be connected, but I have life before to make the audience ready and to not just say no, my next trick. Now, this the biggest advice I can give anyone that is doing a show. You finish the show, you're taking everything down, you close it, and you drive away. Go to a coffee shop. Now, you get coffee, chocolate, doesn't matter, and you sit down. You take your set list and you go each trick and say how it went. So the first one was excellent. Second one, they didn't fully understand. They enjoyed.
That's great.
The paper plane was incredible. And if you can, I'm lucky to have mom. That's I live in a house, so she comes with me and she tells me how it went from the audience side because I'm looking at I'm getting ready for the next week and she can pay attention of how the audience react more than me.
Wow. Does that make sense, guys? So you've got someone in the audience who gives, because lots of magicians, they think, okay, what can I, if you do go to the feedback approach, which is important, like Avital said, you look for feedback in your own thing. But what about the audience? What did they feel? That's a really nice thing. Yes, I know Avital's audio is a little bit
Yeah,
clunky, uh, but rewatch your replay. I think maybe the subtitles on YouTube will automatically pick it up.
I
Hopefully.
hope so.
But
So
keep going. Don't worry.
it's not even my mic. Now, I said this is what I did until now. Let's go about what I'm going to do from now. Because this was about now I know which channel works, to which pages, which can I connect. This is information I need to build a show that I can run with. So I want to make a show about give me a topic,
Chocolate.
amazing chocolate. So I can know maybe what can I use from this. I can use so it was good idea what a magician needs and reactions. It's not connected to chocolate, but I can connect it. How? I take a wand out of an hat and eat it. It's chocolate. I can connect most of the tricks to chocolate. And the tricks that I know I can connect, I know they will work because I had feedback from before.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And to build the show from now, it's the same points from the last one. Just you now have feedback on each trick. So when you pick a big show and a good show, you know what will work. Oh my god, my my video. Um, it's bad.
It's okay. We'll get you a
Sorry.
camera sometime.
Nope, nope, didn't work. Well, I don't know how much time do I have.
You are just closing in on your last 2 minutes.
Just closing. So for 2 minutes, Alan, go up, take a trick, and bring it to the camera.
Oh god.
Something.
Let's
Something.
just go something really interesting, okay? Let's do rope magic, just in general rope magic.
Okay, so this is a bad example for.
Do you want another one?
Yeah, I want something that you do for adults.
Something
Because
I do for
my
adults.
next
Oh,
video,
okay.
2 minutes, I will try and explain on how to make adult tricks
Let's take a book test. I'm gonna give you just a general book test. It doesn't matter what, just a book test. It's usually done to adults because they read book. They have to know words,
They can
right?
read it. It's easier for them. Now, before everything, if I can think of something, let's say I have to do it for kids that can read, and this is my limit. I can't do it to years old.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I had a book, and I tell them, try to do it over here. What can I say? I can say, firstly, I can say that it reminds it's easy to talk about as a presentation, and I can connect this gummy bears because it's easier for kids to understand with gummy bears than me reading the minds because it's a bit of a dull topic to read minds. So how do I do it? I won't read minds. I won't, but a gummy bear will,
Yeah,
which I think kids would like it more than me reading their minds.
yeah,
I will do everything the same, but would add the comic of the guy. What did you say? That so this play could work more for kids,
yeah.
even if I'm doing a book test. And another point. Oh, so let's finish that point. Find the way you can add more for the trick. I still read minds, but now it's not me. Something funny and me how I can read minds. So they will be up. Some of them will be amazed by how did he do that. The adults will be how did he do that, and the kids will be more entertained by why is he talking to a gummy bear
Yeah.
and you can eat it. So it's funny. And one last thing, one last sentence.
Last sentence.
I don't do it. Don't script ever. Go improvise on the spot. So now you will know how the reactions are. Don't sit at the house and write stuff. Go do it, see if it works. It doesn't, something new. Don't ever script.
I will plug into that to add on if you want even more information that without being any bias whatsoever of me. But I did do a live session called the improvisation live session, and that has a little bit more about also my opinions on, because I totally agree with Vital, not about scripting, about improvisation. Evital, that was phenomenal. Although you were a little bit over, you did answer my question about like your advice, because your whole thing was advice. I really hope people found that valuable, although audio wasn't as great. Oh my god.
I hope you can make it better.
No, that was incredible, guys. Can we just give him a virtual round of applause again? Evital is so young yet so knowledgeable, and I respect people like you so much for what you do. So, Evital, thank you so much. But Evital is not gone. He's here still. But I have to do again with like we did with Dennis. Tom left us, but he's here. I just have to bring him back again. Give me, again, 5 seconds as I bring him up on screen. Because, guys, please think of your question and type them in, whether you're YouTube or Zoom. We are going to open up the guest panel, and depending on your questions is how long it's going to be. It's supposed to be half an hour, but please ask questions because it makes it so much more interesting. And I mean anything kids magic related you have whatsoever. Anything. Please do ask. Please ask. If OBS is going to let me bring up Tom. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay. It is working. Write in your questions in the chat, please. Okay, I think we have it. Okay, let's see. Guys, let's bring on all of our panelists. Yes, we have them all on screen. Tom is there. Hello, panelists. Wave, this is such a cool little shot. I'm proud of it. Panelists, how did you think about each other's things? Do you feel like you found anything interesting amongst each other's conversations?
Yeah, I
really
think
enjoyed them.
Tom?
To speak. Yeah, okay. So I enjoyed both panelists, and I think it's been a valuable session for me and for everybody here.
That's amazing. Wow, your quality is like so good. Jeez. iPhone quality, yes. And then you got Vitas. Nice quality. Decent quality. All right, we've got a few questions. What is the link to the YouTube present? I don't think that's a panel question. I don't know what the YouTube presentation means. Give us some information. Okay, Joseph has a question. Tom, maybe you come up with a question. Looks like community managers will come up with questions if no one else will. What age can you start doing card tricks for? Some people are too young to understand them. Is anyone here want to take the lead on that? And then we'll
I would love to.
go ahead.
Let me, you know what? Let me take out a good trick with cards that I do. Can you see it?
Yes.
No, we can't. No, Alan, you can't see it on Zoom.
Oh no. What do you mean?
Look at Zoom.
There's no vid. Oh my god! No one could see me this entire time. This is no one told me. Wait. How long has this been? That means also on YouTube. Oh god. Oh, so when I was talking about how beautiful this little thing looks, no one said anything. Are you serious? Okay. Okay, thank you, Joseph. No. Go ahead, say it again. And Tom's quality is good. I will just repeat it. Go on.
This is trick I do for kids too, but it's with cards. Right? Let me check. Oh, this is a Sven pen. It's not Sven, it's Sven deck.
Yes.
Gani deck. And if you want, you need to think of that card. So I can give one kid think of red, the other of 3, the other of a diamond.
Yeah.
So not one kid needs to remember the whole card. Then I take a gun and shoot it. So when I go past, you can see one card with a hole.
Oh wow.
So it's visual. Something happened. And then it's their card. So
your answer is okay. So the question was, what age can you start doing card tricks for? And your age is, who said card tricks have to be like an Akan? Who said card tricks have to be, let me deal some stuff? I can make a card trick anything I want to, and that means I can make a visual, and that applies to a kid's audience, which I believe that's an amazing answer. That's great.
Yes,
For example.
Tom, would you like to
It does
add
have
on?
to be visual, but I say usually from 7 years old and up. Because under 7, they don't understand the suits, they know numbers, they don't know the court card.
For quite a literal card trick, you mean? Like a more traditional.
Card tricks, but not playing cards. You might have alphabet cards.
Yes.
You can have character cards, or
Yes.
cartoon cards. Okay, but playing cards, I would say 7 years and older.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. Guys, please ask questions in the chat. Tom, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I would say, for example, I do for small kids, less than 6 years old. I have cards with animals, so you can do like from 3 years. I think they can recognize there's a dog, there's a cat.
That's great.
Changes color,
That's great.
disappears, whatever.
And there's so many picture decks out there. Stay tuned for one of our friends' decks coming out soon. Any questions, guys? Or I will ask some questions in the meantime, but please ask your questions, guys. I know we have less people and this is more of a niche one, but yeah, Joseph is gonna be our question guy for now then. Joseph, that's your the secondary job. Do you have any tips on pitching to schools to do shows, Tom? Do you have any tips on pitching to schools?
I do it specifically. I literally knock on the door or like ring the bell of the school, and I say, "Hello, I have a gift for headmaster.
No way.
Would has like 2 minutes for me?" And 95% of time they say yes, and then I basically pitch myself.
Oh my gosh, it's just as simple as that.
I found
What?
out that it's not working. It's not simple.
It's not simple at all, no.
They can tell you, just go away. Because the thing that you pick doesn't mean that you will sell.
That's true.
Maybe one of 10 schools is interested, but it's still better than sending emails or anything else.
A physical
But of course,
approach.
it can depend on your country. Like for me, with physical approach, it's a lot of work. For example, for autumn, I'm gonna have a bit different approach. And for example, one of the things I'm gonna be selling, hey, I did a show in Miami. So there's gonna be like something that
Like as a selling point, you
other
know.
people, unique
Yeah,
selling point,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, that's great.
By the way, I'm gonna tell you not a magician's joke, it's a true offside. Do
Okay.
you know when Danida Ortiz is happiest?
When he's
he's
right
the
next
most
to
happy?
when he's right next to you.
When he's eating food.
Oh.
I
What?
just passed by Danida Ortiz, like very happy, smiling.
Just now? You should like turn your camera, bro.
Yeah,
What?
5 minutes ago.
Okay. Danny Dort is smiling happy after food. Wow. He likes his food. He likes his spaghetti. If you guys know FISM, they love spaghetti there for some reason.
Yes. Spaghetti party.
Exactly. I'm very curious to hear all about FISM after this. All right. I'm gonna think of a question in the meantime. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna think about it. But please, we have 18 people. Right. Okay, Tommy. Oh, community manager question time. Oh my god. What kind of magic would you avoid in kid shows as you discovered parents unhappy with?
Can
Tom?
I quickly
Yeah.
answer? For example, I bought this at dealers.
What? Wait, put it down. Wait. Kids friendly society.
Yeah,
Jesus.
like nothing like this, but I know this is extreme, but there are some magicians that...
No,
that
you're right.
jokes
You're right.
without
You're actually
meaning.
right. You're right.
So I took it from the extreme side, but really,
I
I
love.
made jokes about this because the teachers will get the joke and they will be very angry. Maybe they will laugh, but inside of their head they will be like,
You know what I love?
"Dick saying those jokes
Okay,
in front of kids."
There
So,
is. Jeez. So there's
it's
no
like,
way
you know,
you had that ready for that question. We did not set that question up. He just had it there. He was ready. Okay. We'll cut that out. No, it's live on YouTube for God's sake. We're live. Oh.
you're gonna have the yellow dollar on the video.
Yeah, it won't monetize. No, I'm kidding. We don't monetize, unfortunately, from this stuff. What's next? My question will be for. Let's do a question for Dennis and Eviatar. I don't know what it is, but. Oh no! I don't need to ask. I have a question from Tom. There you go. Thank you so much. Question for all three of you, and let's start with Dennis, then Eviatar, then Tom. Dennis, start us off. What is the most requested piece of magic you've ever had? So, for example, I know levitation effects are popular these days. Do you ever like have?
It's popular. I mean, they do make portable levitations, or not levitations, but the floating child is very popular at birthday parties.
Mm.
You know, there was the share suspension. A lot of magicians here in the States use. Most kids love anything that changes places. That goes, from one place to another.
Interesting.
And we're just painting. Again, a color changing silk goes over very good. But again, it's visual. They can see things change.
No, that's great. That's great. Eviatar?
I never had a parent that asked me if I can do something. Never.
Oh.
When I'm teaching myself, I do say.
Keep talking.
Okay. I do say
I'm back.
that the kid will do a magic trick. So I add that too. So if I'm invited to a birthday, they do a trick, whether it's like fetching water, anything, it looks like they are doing it. Yeah.
I formed a question, but Tom, would you like to answer if you have a favorite piece, something that's requested? Do people that see your, because you have a lot of promotional stuff. You have a lot of it, and that's really important, right, for you. And you promote photos, videos. Me and Tom got to see something really special you had, which I won't say because I think that's unique to you, and I think you should keep that to yourself. That you do to schools and give to people physically. Very incredible thing. So, like, people see all this promotional stuff. Do they ever go, "Oh my God, the fire"? Can we see that in the show? Or like, you know, what is there something?
Czech people are cold, so
Oh.
honestly, they don't care so much.
Oh.
So you show them like whatever, they don't care. But on the other hand, there is the levitation. In Czech Republic, one is popular. Levitation of like a person up, and maybe if I would do that. Well, the only reason why I'm not doing that because it's expensive,
Yeah.
like 4,000 euros.
Yeah.
So I can imagine if I would be doing that, this could be the question thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't have nothing special.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I have a question that I wrote. What?
Alan, can
Yeah.
I go back to
Yeah.
marketing?
Yes.
How to get into the schools.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What I do is I send out a flyer to each. I have
That's great. Wait, let me
on my
just
list.
put you up here. Oh no, that is a weird one there, Tom. But there you go. Whoa.
I will send these flyers out. Again, because I have different types of shows, I will send out
That's
throughout
interesting.
the year different flyers. Again, these are for preschools, and they will decide what show they like, and they will inform me.
That's very cool. I like that. That's very creative. Brilliant. My question was, maybe if you talk, I know you might have an answer to this more specifically. What's your favorite line to get kids engaged? Meaning, quite literally, is there something you like to say in your show? Because again, you say you don't script, but at the end of the day, you do have certain things you do
And
say.
there's I think hands up maybe. Because,
Oh, so like not a physical, like, what do you mean hands up?
yeah, mostly when I get kids engaged is let's say the coloring book.
Yeah.
Of
course.
I like doing. I subtract the with 10 colors out your clothes and throw it,
Yes.
which I did once, and it's great because it's not like a certain line. I think maybe
It's an action. Yeah, let's rephrase it. An action, something you do to get kids engaged. Anything you do.
I want something to vanish. Do that.
And kids like that.
Any magic that I think, even on the fly, I'm in the middle of the show and I think, that could be good. Let's do it.
Yeah. Children want to be engaged, whether they're
Yeah.
shouting out the magic word, whether they're wiggling their fingers. The coloring book is a great routine to get the kids engaged because they're coloring, they're erasing, they're throwing colors at you. You can just, take a silk, a plain silk. You can have them throw dots, polka dots at it.
Yeah.
You pull out polka dotted silk. They're doing something. They're really engaged in what's going on.
That's great. That's great.
The problem with a lot of children's magicians is that they will do a trick, followed by a trick, followed by a trick, and the children are just sitting there. That's
Yeah.
great for older kids and adults. Like I said, younger kids, they want to be part of the show.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. And Tom, do you have anything you have specific? Like, you do?
Like you mean as a magic trick? Yes. Okay.
Well, not even as a trick, but more of a. Well, you could do a trick, but even like if it's a gesture or a line.
Abracadabra. Saying abracadabra.
Maybe.
Okay. By the way, Chris,
Oh my god, is that.
let's say hi.
Oh, so Chris Ramsey just. I don't know
There's
if.
like more people. Like,
I don't think he can see it. He can't see. The worst thing is Chris can't see it.
Yeah. It's like a van of Magic Hour. He has his like own community.
Oh god.
He's from Czech Republic, but people from States, Canada, all over the world. In a discussion, yeah.
Same as me as well.
Kids magic, actually. Kids magic. Yeah. And we are like 3 panelists here, and then there's the Zoom. I cannot see the Zoom, but there's like many magicians. Wonderful. Well, hello everybody.
Whoa. Oh. Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Answer.
so that was a little interval break, you know.
That was my answer.
That was your. You just have Chris. He's your line. You just bring out Chris Ramsey, and he's just like. I don't know how you. I don't know how you say anything after that. Actually, anything to
Yeah.
anything you do.
Oh, I totally forgot the question. Yeah. So.
Beautiful background.
I don't know. I have to think. I'd do anniversary waltz for kids. I don't think that many people do anniversary waltz for kids. I say it's gonna be like an anonymous date. I select 2 people, boy and a girl, and I bring them up on stage.
Does that work for kids?
Yeah, it works. They're laughing so much.
Is that like an awkward moment for the guys on stage? But
Yeah,
like
it's
everybody,
so awkward,
but everybody else laughs. That's
I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Interesting.
we know each other, yes. And how long? 9 years. Oh wow, 9 years. Congratulations. No, we're just classmates, shut up. Yeah, so it's like funny for everybody. Maybe
That's
that could be the
interesting.
thing.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I love that. Do you guys? Oh, I have a really nice question. Actually. Oh, and then Thomas has a question. It might be the same question. We think alike. No, it's a different question. My question is: you know how kids entertainers are often associated with, like, I'm talking about your character, not the actual person. Let me just get that straight first. As being a little bit, I don't want to say stupid, silly. Let's say silly, right? A silly character, meaning you pretend to be a little bit less intelligent. So, oh my God, where's the card? It's behind your back. Where? What the? You know, that's kids entertainers are usually associated with that. Do you guys, you three, do you feel like your personality or your character, and Tom talked about character a lot, but do you think you're more of a, you're a serious performer, but you still, you know, you're still a kid's performer, so they're not like, you're not like crazy serious? Or are you like a clowny performer? Or what do you think about those who are clowny performers?
If you know me, I myself.
You're silly. You yourself are clowny.
Yeah, so I'm not like a clown. I do have some jokes about I cut off my back, what?
Yes.
But I'm not like a clown. That's
But do you think kids like? Do you think they like that aspect? Because kids like when they feel. It's like the only audience where you want to give them. I don't. Again, this is the wrong phrasing words, but power over you. Like they feel like they're a little bit like, oh my God, this guy's like really silly. I'm like, can he not see the card? It's like they feel, and that kind of makes it more entertaining to them, or maybe not. What do you think?
I don't think that they think what he said, but I do think that they laugh and like ha 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 and
Great.
enjoy the situation more than having power over you.
Great. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I see still magicians that have the clown personality, so I think it works.
Yeah.
It's not my style, but if you have still magicians that do that style, so yeah, it works.
Oh, that's great. Any additions, Tom or Dennis? And then we'll come
Yeah,
to our
like-
last question.
Well, I try to be myself.
Doesn't have to be a clown.
Oh.
Your character doesn't have to be a clown, but some sort of silliness or funniness. Yes, you know, you put something on your back, you don't see it, they do. You know, you put 3 silks in a tube, and it comes out tied together. You don't see it, they see it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of look, don't see. They like that. They're telling you. So, again, it's not clowniness, but more silliness. I've gone back to a school again. I do a lot of repeat schools, and I went back to a school one day, and I'm waiting for everyone to come in, and the children were saying to each other, "Oh, that's the funny guy."
Ah,
They remembered me from last time, and they know that we're gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna be funny. I'm not silly. I'm not stupid. I'm the funny guy.
I love that. I love that so much. That's so important to I'm not gonna go off a tangent here, but I just saw a lecture by two people, Anka and Luca, and they talked about having you want to be associated with like a name. Not your, it might not be Dennis. They might not remember, especially kids. Dennis Thomas, like, oh, do you remember that magician? What's his name? The funny guy. They think of you the funny guy, and then they go to the teacher like, we want the funny guy back. And the teachers know because that's how they associate you with. I think that's so important, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Tom, you're gonna say something to that answer to that question?
Yeah, I'll just quickly say, maybe being silly words just for the little ones. I maybe do like one gag of not seeing something, but I think it's good to be like myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like a clown or something.
Yeah, that's
At
fair.
least I want to see like I want to be observed like a clown, and because I also perform for like 10 to 15 years old kids, so here wouldn't be so good. Like the kids want to know you're cool. You don't want to like show them from the beginning you're like super cool because they will not like you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like thin ice, but I think it's good to be also, but it's upon everybody. For example, there's Silly Billy, so of course he's silly because he has it in the name.
Oh, that you just gave me another question. See, no one else is asking questions, but me, Tom, and Joseph are. But I actually have a really good question. We can talk about this forever, but we will have to cut this off in the next 5 minutes. But before I bring Thomas' question, really interesting. What do you think is the hardest age to perform? Because generally, Tom just mentioned this, when it comes to, for example, teenagers, right? I feel like if you can ruin your reputation by being a silly guy if you have a silly personality and you perform to teenagers. Because I, as a teenager, know right now that it wouldn't be as effective if I see some dude pretending to go, where's the card? Where's the card? There's a dot on my back. They're gonna go like, who on earth is this guy? What is he doing with his living? Poor dude. What do you think is like the right way to approach okay, what is the hardest age group and what do you like do for each age group? Essentially.
Okay, so firstly, up to 3, it's hard unless it's like bam something you can do. It's harder to do like a full 45 minutes show
Oh no. Yeah.
because of the attention and just the material. It's hard to understand.
Yeah, I understand.
The teenagers, if you're yourself, if your character is being yourself, you just be yourself. Teenagers, I speak from experience. I am one. If they see someone like that is jumping, being serious, or someone that is not being themselves,
We know
like,
it.
yeah, they will know. They will like you less because you're not actually
You.
clear if
Yeah.
it's the good. If it's good
Wait, and
materials.
on another note, though, do you think are they considered performing to kids magic, or is that the age when you let's say like 16 plus? Is that where it's not kids magic anymore? That's like you're performing to you can do a serious close up trick or 13, yeah,
like
13.
I go from 3 to 8. After 8, 9 to 13, 14 is a little more professional magic.
Yeah,
And then when you get to older teens and adults, it's strictly different.
it's very
Again,
different.
from 9 to 13, 14, you have to be good. They want to be fooled.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're looking to be really.
They're looking at
wow.
different criteria in their entertainment, like ideology, I guess, right?
Yeah.
How they want to be entertained. That is good. Tommy, unless you have anything to add, I know Tommy had a question that I skipped. I'll bring it on, and then we'll conclude. You could even see it getting darker for Tom, which is actually kind of crazy. How did it in 5 minutes? What?
Crazy.
All right.
Yeah, for me, just quickly, I would say 10 to 15
Yeah.
is like very hard group. And up to 3, I don't like consider cases you can perform too much because they don't get anything. So, like from 3 years old, you
Yeah.
should perform maybe.
Awesome. Thomas' question was, since your customer is actually the parent rather than the child, very good question. Do you try and involve the parent in your actual show?
Yes.
That is a very good question, Thomas.
Yes, and I can give an example for my good friend Uwe. he does a staple routine, and you needs two people to hold his book. So if you give it to kids, they look, not magician, adults realize that everything is a part of the trick, and if they need to hold it, they would hold it. Like, look, this is what's happening. So for a serious part, you need them, and if you can give jokes that adults would like to use it, and
Oh my god, that's great.
maybe adults and the parents not think their kids being entertained. So if the kids happy, the parents are happy. So kids the first priority, then adults.
I can't agree more. I although I'm hosting this thing, I've only done one kid show in my life. And in that one kid show, I know that when I saw the parents come up to me at the end and tell me they saw their kid, they literally told me the kids were smiling the whole time and laughing. Well done. That's when you know you did a successful job because the kids liked it and the parents are happy. Everyone's happy. You did your job. Any other additions, Dennis and Tom? If you tell, amazing answer.
No, as you said, when the parent says they saw their kid laughing and smiling, if the parent is happy, that means you did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Tom, how do you feel? Because you do schools, so parents aren't there. But what about teachers' effect? Because they need to know that it's
Yeah,
because they're the paying customers actually, unless it's the parents. It depends, right? For you, I know. But
usually the parents or the school, but I would say sometimes the teacher come up to you, they say it was nice, but it depends because sometimes they need to go with the kids. Sometimes the headmaster is not present for the show. It depends.
yeah,
So you don't get as much feedback at the school actually.
yeah, it's an interesting point of view from the school.
And if, just an example, if you pickpocket a headmaster,
Oh god.
in front of you,
Okay.
he would laugh. And like, this is your watch, thank you.
Thank you for the advice.
Yeah, this could work too, and he's entertained too because somehow you have the watch. So
Somehow,
somehow,
just watch Hector Mancha's stuff and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, that's such an amazing point to conclude, guys. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, although we struggled with tech a little bit, actually the event wasn't really bad with tech, so I'm happy with that. But more importantly, we have free such diverse people. I can see this was a success. Next up, for me, it's a difficult period of time, so I can prepare for as much. But in the future, I would gladly have more of these guest panel discussions because it's such a different thing, and you've got such diverse people, and you can see that from Dennis's knowledge, from kids to different genres of all these people he's performed to founding a community where they actually meet up every single damn month to talk about something we all love, kids magic. Then you've got Vital, who is younger. He's got this fresh perspective, and then he gave us a practical mini lecture on how to take your tricks and make them into kid style. And then you've got Tom, who does the craziest technology in the whole world in his kid show, and it just blows my mind. And then he's joining in from FISM, and that's even crazier. That just makes me happy, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Wave to the last remaining survivors here, and those on YouTube. Hopefully, if you're watching the recording, you enjoyed too. I will say though, if you're watching on YouTube and because it's a public video and you have no idea what this is, you can find more information about this community either in the link in the description or where Evital is pointing. Make sure you join that link. It's an incredible community. We have these events every single time. It's kind of rare we make them public like this on YouTube, but whenever we do, you can always tune in. Thank you so much again to all of you here on Zoom who spent your hour and a half with us today. We hope to see a little bit more interaction next time, but it was so much fun, and you guys are just the reason why we love this community so much. Can we have a last final round of applause to these incredible free lecturers, please? Absolute legends. Absolute legendary. As Craig would say, legendary. Woo! Woo. Okay, you guys absolutely rock. And we'll leave with some nice music. Thank you so much, guys. Tom and Joy Fism. And we will see you, hopefully, in the incredible mentalism lecture by Chris Rollins, who will teach you how to memorize an entire shuffle deck of cards in 10 seconds. I don't know how you'll do it, but I'm excited. Guys, we'll see you there. See you guys next time in the Magic Allen Society. Goodbye.